Jen, Ben, a lot of people might remember that previously only certain age groups and people who were at a higher risk were eligible for the booster shot, but that is not the case anymore. And experts are saying that if you haven't gotten your booster shot yet, now is a good time to do so. As the weather starts to get cooler and people start to gather indoors, health experts have an important reminder.
I would tell people as we get into the colder months to get ready, get your flu shot, get your COVID shot, because, COVID has been here and it's here to stay.
Anyone 12 or older who received their last COVID vaccine at least 2 months ago is eligible for the updated COVID-19 booster shot. And experts are recommending you get it.
It might be the difference between having a cold or being in the hospital in our ICUs.
But here in Connecticut, only about 6% of the people who received their first 2 shots have gotten the updated booster.
I think there may be a few reasons for that. There is definitely some fatigue out there regarding boosters, but there also seems to be some confusion, in terms of who's eligible and who really benefits most from the boosters.
Experts say it's important to be up to date on your shots because we're dealing with more contagious strains of COVID-19 now.
What we saw this past summer was a pretty high level of COVID transmission in the community here in Connecticut. So we're dealing with variants that are more transmissible, more contagious. And as we move into the winter months, we see people gather indoors. There's an expectation that there's going to be some ongoing transmission, probably at a high level here in Connecticut.
The booster shots are widely available. The Department of Public Health's mobile vaccine clinics operate all over the state every day. For example, on the New Haven Green, the site is open every weekday with health officials administering the updated booster.
What's different about this booster is that it does take into account the new Omicron variant, which has been going around, especially in Connecticut, but everywhere in the United States.
Doctors also want you to keep in mind there's the potential for a worse flu season, so they also recommend protecting yourself against that.
Nationally, there's starting to be an uptick in flu cases. And from what we saw in the Southern Hemisphere during our summer, which is their winter, there was high levels of flu activity. So there is some concern that, we may be in for a worse flu season than what we've seen the last couple of years.
And you can get your flu shot and your COVID-19 booster shot at the same time. You can also space it out by a few weeks if you're worried about the side effects. Keep in mind, though, that the CDC does recommend that everyone gets their flu shot by the end of this month. Live in Hartford, Gabby Molina, Fox